How are yous, lads? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back to a new video, new series. We're going to be taking a look at the new Northern Lords DLC flavor pack for Crusader Kings 3. So as of now, the flavor pack came out about 15 minutes ago. And yeah, so it adds bunch of new stuff to do with Norse kingdoms, Norse lords, and whatnot. You can already hear that there's some new music in the background if you listen. It's pretty cool. They've added some really cool new mechanics. For example, if you're a Norse king, Norse lord, you can leave your kingdom. You can pack up and move to a foreign country and kind of settle, you know, like they did in real life. If you have some sons that you don't want to hand your kingdom off to, I guess you can send them off, invade England, blah blah blah. They've added some new, you know, they fixed up some baronies and counties and duchies in certain kingdoms, specifically around this area, and of course in you know, this area up here, Norway, Sweden, etc. So there's a bunch of cool stuff. There's also like new faith icons, some new Norse buildings as well, specifically of course for Viking kingdoms or Viking factions. But we're gonna go in and play now. I think they've also actually fixed up some counties in Scotland as well. But we are going to go ahead and play. Now we're going to choose someone small, of course. I don't know if we actually want to play as an Icelandic faction here. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there'll be much of a challenge there, honestly. Let's play as Soin, or whatever their name is. I don't know. We'll play as this guy. There we go. He's young. He's not going to die in 10 years if we play as him. And yeah, it's a perfect ruler. Now I do have mods enabled, of course, so no you know, achievements, but whatever. Let's get in and have a look at the new flavor pack. So decision available: hold grand blood to make sacrifices to the gods. These rituals not only bind the faithful together, they confirm my place as chieftain of all the land. Now I'm not sure if this is actually vanilla mechanic or whatnot, because I'm gonna be honest, I have not played as a Norse faction in CK3 before. I've always mainly focused on Ireland or Europe, Western Europe. So this is honestly a first for me. That's going to cost me prestige. We're going to hold off on that for now. Let's go for a diplomatic lifestyle. And we haven't gone down either of these, so we may as well become August. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's have a look here. Not endorsed by my goatee. This is fine. Sway this man. Alright, so I want to have a look here. Seems that something's kind of been changed if you look around kind of Norse UI, decorations on the UI. If you look about the screen. Let's have a look. We do have a wife. Perfect. No child. Oh, one child. I'm not going to take any concubines right now. Decisions is what I really want to look at. Forge the Joms Vikings. So the old ways are dying. Daily Abrahamics lure away our small folk with promises of eternal life for all. Our adventurers and colonists adopt foreign gods wherever they land, and even reformists within Scandinavia want to make us more like the peoples of Cross and the Moon. No more. All loyal Assyrians must band together to guard against change and blasphemy. So I think this isn't part of the Northern Lords expansion. So a holy order of our faith will be founded, and we will become the order's patron, which is quite cool. We get an army of 1,500 men. It costs everything we don't have, though, unfortunately. Secure the High Kingdom of the North Seas. That's just Scandinavia, yeah. Cool. Raise Runestone. This indeed, I think, is also part of the new flavor pack. So it is customary among the Norse to erect carved monuments to commemorate important events, the death of a loved one, the settling of a dispute, the acquisition of land, and so on. Perhaps they could benefit from such a rock. Perhaps indeed, and this doesn't cost too much either. It's only 50 gold. The runestone will be destroyed if the county falls to someone outside of my dynasty. And not only do I need 50 gold, I need to have one of these. So, deceased ancestor, recently conquered territory, and a recently gained rank. Cool. All right, let's get playing. Let us get playing. Now, I'm not sure where the action to get up and, as I said, leave my kingdom is available. Maybe for a son who I don't want to keep. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. I haven't looked at it too much in any dev logs, update logs, etc. Even though I do have them right in front of me. But, right, so may as well begin by invading some people. Let us expand our armory first. So we have some Varangian veterans. Very interesting units, actually. Unlike Ireland, of course, who have about 5 choices. This is all very interesting, and I assume that a lot of these guys are, you know, in the flavor pack, which we'll have to have a look at. Varangian veterans, though. Oh yes, of course. There's also now a winter system in the game. So depending on whenever it's summer, winter, etc., you'll see maybe snow start creeping across the map. This is also, there's some bunch of new traits for winter as well. There's a winter soldier trait, which, you know, is cool in itself. But there's also new effects on the soldiers, obviously, whenever it's winter. So as you can see in the Varangian veterans here, winter effects. In harsh winter, toughness +6, scream +6. Normal winter is exactly the same. That's just upon their terrain effects. Now, if we go and look at cavalrymen, they will have bad effects for winter, obviously, and all the Norse units, it looks like, only have good effects, which is, of course, great for us. On top of their normal terrain effects, that's great. So, what about bowmen? They have no snow effects, so it looks as though the only base game units that have detrimental effects for winter are light horsemen, and that's it. So all the Norse units are, you know, they're fine in winter. It's actually better if they're in winter. We are gonna bag ourselves some Huskarls maybe, and some bowmen. As in my Irish campaign, I like to waste a lot of my prestige at the start. Bowman or Vigman. I'm gonna go with bowman. Cheaper as well, interestingly enough, but I guess the Vigmen, they're more expensive. They're not as good here with damage and toughness, although I guess that's actually better in the winter or something. I don't know. Warriors in the front present of the present an impenetrable wall of shields to protect archers in the rear. This tactic deters skirmishers while allowing a steady advance. So I don't know why anyone would really choose these guys over bowmen. Right, because they're not bowmen at all, are they? They're archers. So I guess they choose them for their screen or something. Yeah, archers of 0. So we'll get some of these guys, why not? We still have plenty of prestige left. Our armies are now up to a cap of 500. We're swaying my priest. Let's have a look at our council. So this guy, do we have anyone better? He is the best. And we have no spare people capable of joining our council, so we're not going to really look at that. Now, our leader himself, with that weird ass necklace, we have Grey Eminence, diplomacy +8. That's nice. We are compassionate. Dread decay plus 100%. Natural dread -15. Not very good. Our intrigue is -2. Our intrigue is pretty shit, although not as bad as our stewardship. We are ambitious and craven. So we're coward, pretty much. We're gonna have to change that by leading some armies, even though our prowess and martial is kind of atrocious. Speaking of which, let's have a look at our knights, which are also not too great, but I guess they're fine for the start of the game. And may as well unpause it. Let's actually marry off our child for an alliance. Why not? Alliance power. We'll marry off to you. He's right above us too. We might have to cancel out that betrothal at some point. Look at all this. This is all different. All the UI art. It's very nice. So hold grand bloat. You organize a grand bloat involving deciding the scale of the festival, selecting what or who to sacrifice. Ooh, interesting. Gaining or losing popular opinion and character opinion depending on the tenets of your subject's faith. Gaining piety since you're Asatruan. So I guess this is like almost another kind of feast. Perhaps. And it won't be available to me for 9 years if I decide to go through with it. I think I am again going to hold off on that. And hopefully we'll build some nice kingdom or something in the Norseland. Maybe resettle in England or Ireland. But yeah, as I said, they made changes to some Scottish counties and baronies. I'm not sure about any duchies. And Iceland, of course. So there's already a war going on up here. This looks like a good area to conquer. Let me conquer your shit, sir. Please. Raise the man we shall. And let us proceed to war. Hopefully hit him before he manages to replenish his armies too much. Wow, look at this guy. Look at this Chad. Although his martial isn't that good, he is apparently a brilliant strategist, so that's giving him 8 of his martial. Interesting. Interesting figure. We will have to keep him in, you know, watch him closely. And as you can see, if we pause it, it's become winter. Well, it's been winter for a while now, but it is the 21st of January, and I didn't really notice it in the past couple of minutes, but snow has enveloped the area. which is very cool. And of course, if we go on down south, wow, even in France and everything, it's still very visible. That's cool. But of course, as we go south, it's not there. I really like that mechanic. I think it's very cool. It also looks quite nice. It looks a little unusual, honestly. It makes the land look really flat or something. I don't know what it is. It might need to be improved a little bit, but I certainly think it's cool. Ireland covered. What the fuck's Mayo? I have never known. Whatever. Right, so back to our war, back to what matters. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to call in our ally. No, it is our ally who has joined in on their side, interestingly enough. We might lose this. Why did that happen? I'm interested in knowing. Ah, yes, okay, this seems to be a new event. Also, they've added dueling into the game with the new updates, so I don't know, I haven't experienced it before, I haven't seen it before on YouTube or anything, but apparently there's dueling decisions on the battle, and depending of course on what decision you make to duel in battle, you will get more or less wounded. Duels can be to the death or first blood, but it behooves a chieftain to spend time at sea with the salty air in his face and a fine vessel beneath his feet. Today sees my personal craft and a small escorting squadron out for drills, practice, and pleasure. The short voyage has been an exhilarating change of pace from life at court. When we spot it, a distant plume of water followed by a small island of wine-dark flash rolling out of the waves, the greatest beast of all the deeps. A whale. Let's see. We can get a lot of money. Or prestige. We're going to go for the money, I think. Even though we are going to maybe kill the per whale. And I do gain stress because I am compassionate. Are we going to win this battle? I do hope so. No, we are not. Social manipulation, the first time it happened. How dare you challenge your chieftain? I am quite the diplomat, so I'm probably going to win one of these. I'm going to gain 25 stress no matter what. Not very diplomatic. He is compassionate, so yeah, let's do that. We are going to lose this battle and probably this war. And we did succeed on this too. We lost the war though. How depressing. A bunch of people died. We can assign new people here, but we cannot assign a new steward. Damn, how annoying. Not a very good start. Hopefully we can come back from it a little bit. We might sue for a white peace, yes. Thank you. So be it, disband the man. Next time I will indeed call this ally into war. because he joined against me, which was kind of cringe. But we might just be able to spread south instead, hopefully. But look at these guys, they look so cool. Look at that, that is so cool looking. And we will really have to get rid of that Craven trait. The council position still, yes, I see it. Hold a grand bloat. Sure. Why not hold it? Let's have a look at it. The grand bloat. Although smaller bloats are held for many occasions through the year, once a decade, the Asatruans of Hordaland come together for a grand celebration and, most importantly, a grand sacrifice. Though plentiful blood is shed for the gods, the meat of the offerings goes to the faithful. Such a rich feast usually makes for an incredible party. Of course, such an affair is expensive, and certainly not all Asatruans need to be invited. Let's spend the money because I want to get the true feeling of this event, since I haven't, of course, seen it before. Unless that's it. And nothing else. I don't know. I did just waste 50 gold. The guy I want to invade is invading me. Tragic. Invade me not, I think. And let's put my good self in charge of this army. Oh yeah, look at me now. That is so cool. Come on, boys, don't let them escape. That fiend. We will hopefully now get him back, though. Okay, so my blood was forced to cancel. Most of my gold and all of my prestige has been recouped. I don't know why that is. Guess just because my capital was besieged. We're gonna go down into his shit and you know, raid him though, because we shall not stand for these peasants to think that they can stand up to us. I will assert my dominance throughout. Okay, we're going to go down the August route, perhaps. Yeah, I don't really care. We're gonna go down this way. It seems like the better route for me. My injured spy master. There is nothing that can be done. Oh dear. He is a berserker. That's a really cool trait, even though I know that's from base game. Which reminds me, let's get a core physician, I think. Gonna go for the most expensive. And why are we not rating this? Of course, I know why we're not rating this. Because we have to wait for their rating time to be done with, I think. My wife is pregnant. I think this is a good time to grab some concubines. We'll grab all of these women. And their raiding time is done, so we're going to go in and raid them now. My other counselor died. Christ, okay. Dear, dear, dear. Recruit this person. My chancellor. Is there anyone else we can put into chancellor? No. No, okay, so we're out of counselors. Unless we wanted to invite some players. Not ruler. Let's go with unlauded. No, okay, not ruler. Adult. Male. Let's see. Please come to my court. Who do we need again? We need a steward. So anyone close, please. I really have to figure out how to use this a little more because oh, I went with female, I meant male. Excusez-moi. Bunch of these guys are too far to interact with. Inside, there we go. Okay, thank you. Jeez. And these guys shall not come to court. It's fine, I'll figure it out. Off to raids we go. Notable guest has arrived. An experienced fighter. Yes, please. Why not? Since a bunch of our knights died, we may as well. And let's assign my man to the position for now as well, since we have absolutely nobody else. Something is better than nothing, I dare say. So, we're going to raid. Yes, bring me bounty as plunder. Is it me in charge? Yes, it is me in charge. Wonderful. Get back home, and then we are hopefully going to go to war. A curious child. And a battle. Very good. Right, another son. I don't know much about Norse names, so that seems pretty cool. Just go with whatever. Bunch of raid loot. And we cannot disband for 2 months, which is fine. So, I would really like to see the ability to, like, I don't know, send my sons off to go conquer some other lands, or at least at some point the ability to go and do that myself. I know that's an ability now, but I don't know how I do it. Maybe it's simple as I go and take the land and then leave this land. I don't know. So we'll have to have a look at it at some point. Right, let's disband the armies. Hold Grand Bloat. Yes, I shall. Please. We're going to go with the expensive one again, and hopefully this time it works. I don't know, does it take time or something for it to pop up, for it to get ready? It seems like it. There we go. A bloat can be both a grand and a small affair. By tradition, they also includes typo. CK3, fix it, damn it. They also include both human and animal sacrifices. Several prisoners will be offered to the gods, perhaps even including a special choice of my own. Ooh. Their lives given in tribute to the gods, though the beliefs of the Asatru demand this. It is not actually a strict requirement, and the ceremony can proceed with purely animal sacrifices if I wish to controversy. Do I have prisoners? Sadly, I do not. Can I sacrifice? Tradition matters. The gods shall taste human blood. I have no prisoners. Only the finest of sacrifices do, man and animal alike. Yeah, so I need to find prisoners and then do this again, I guess, but A decent array of sacrifices shall be enough. I'm not willing to spend any more money that I don't have currently, so... Cool. Very nice. Hopefully we manage to conquer these guys in a minute. Another new diplomacy trait. Praetorian Guard, perhaps. Benevolent intent. I'm not a schemer. Oh, okay, it's only this sway scheme. We may as well go right to left until we reach August. Or August. And... okay, so this isn't finished. Though the gathering is small, the atmosphere at the bloat is enthusiastic with happy Asatrians. I really hope I'm saying that right. Jostling and jeering as a respectable parade of sacrificial animals are trooped to the altar. One by one, pigs, cattle, and horses are each brought forth, throttled to death, and drained of blood. The meat goes to the fires, then the feast. All gore is collected in a bowl, and godar is used, or use it to paint the walls of the temple inside and out. Interesting. Sounds like a very interesting time to rub shoulders with the common muck. To Odin, to Freya, to Nordir. Honestly, the second one seems to be the best. Went to grant sacrifice, popular opinion. Yes, we're going to go with the second one there. So that's a cool event. That is a very cool event. I enjoy that. Nothing else new though. Maybe I have to be a king or something before I can up and leave or send expeditions. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out by playing. So let's declare war. Raise the armies. This time, let's call our ally to war. And hope that, unlike last time, he won't come in on our enemy's side. And, thank you. Crying out loud. My son. A good Asatru name. I don't like those. Toki. Let's go with Toki. Nothing happening down in this area at least. Very cool. Hopefully this is a war we win. So this guy doing very well as usual. I'm probably gonna give him the land that I conquer. Maybe not. I'll keep it. I'll give him any other holdings that we conquer though. Great, we have full war score. I am not going to end it yet. I want to siege the city and ooh, that's an interesting sound. I want to siege the city and then get the money. But this seems to be another new event for this flavor pack. By their very nature, Ting meets can often be extremely boring. If tempers don't flare and no one gets dramatic, then it's just a long list of low-ranking freemen discussing petty affairs and standing out in the rain. Yet as chieftain, I am required to be here, growing older every second, watching the men of Hordaland talk each other to death, wishing for war to save me from this living hell. I could be doing such useful things with this time. This is pointless. I'm taking a nap. Must stay awake. Let's see. I gained daydreaming about state. Can I look at this, please? Apparently not. That is incredibly annoying. Whatever. Must stay awake, and I gained 150 prestige from that. Wonderful. Let's speed it up a little bit. Perfect. We gained a bunch of prisoners. You know what? We should have ransomed the prisoners before we ended the war there. However, another new event is available. So let's see. Raise the rune stones. And I gain a shit ton of piety and prestige. It only costs me 50 as well, so perfect. Rocks through the ages. Every runestone tells a message of some significant event in the life of the commissioner. From the smallest peasant to a chieftain like myself. The stone records it all. What shall this monument speak of? You want to pay how much for a giant painted boulder? Okay, okay. Perhaps my vanquished foe. Yes. Now that I've decided what to put on my runestone, the question remains where to place it. Memorials to victory, such as my triumph over Heldraskin, are a constant reminder of a war's glorious end. They are best placed in areas that require encouragement to cooperate. Of course, one or two spots do spring to mind. That's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Varangian Adventures. Let's have a look at this. You are able to declare a Varangian adventure for the duration of the tribal era. This type of war is available to allow you to start a new life in a distant land. Very cool. Okay, far from the cold shores of your homeland, successful Varangian adventures will not only relocate your realm to a foreign location, it will also leave all your existing lands independent, including your vassals. Your first Varangian adventure undertaken as a North Germanic ruler will also call on additional troops from owned, same faith, same culture counties in mainland Scandinavia to help conquer your new home. I understand. So I guess this is in decisions. Somewhere. Or not, I don't know. Where would that be? Do I right click on myself? Do I do it to one of my sons? No? Is it in here? Military? I don't know. I know not. It might come at a later point in time. I'm not too sure. So, very cool so far. I am enjoying it. Is it here? Okay, no, I thought I might be able to close it and then open it again, but alright, this scheme is successful. Okay. So, I think that's going to be the first episode of this new Norse campaign over. Relatively short, just getting a taster of what's going on in the new flavor pack. It seems pretty cool so far. I'm enjoying the dank new beats that were at the start of the episode that came with the flavor pack. I'm so far liking these new events. I'm liking the certain changes they did to some duchies and all that jazz. And I am very interested to see the the decision where I can leave my current holdings and go to some other land. I'm not sure if that's like a decision that I can make, or if I have to go and conquer foreign land and then abandon these territories. We'll have to try it out. It'll be cool. It'll be interesting. But thank yous for watching. That'll be the end of this episode, and I certainly look forward to playing more of this new flavor pack for a little while at least while we go over everything. But yes, thank yous for watching, and I'll see yous in the next episode of whatever series I'm doing.